tend to make a big deal about the other crimes. We tend to make a big deal about public sector crime, and we don't pay enough attention to white-collar crime. And then we say that, but the law is there. Why is it that people don't comply? For instance, in South Africa, we have an amazing constitution. We have amazing constitutional entities that are tasked with crime detection, crime prevention, crime, the public protector, the auditor general, all of those things we have. So why is it that the statistic that you read is such a bad statistic when we have all these institutions that are there to do something about it? Is it because we came in 1994 and the euphoria around 1994 and we hadn't matured enough and learned enough to do the things that you're talking about? Because experience, how corporates work, how leadership works, how ethical conduct is inculcated in a corporation, whatever nature it might be, where is it that we fail? And it might be, Michael, that we say deterrence, and we know that deterrence really doesn't work. We say that the scorpions, for instance, were better than the hawks. But we still had white-collar crime in the period of the scorpions. We might say is that the capacity of state institutions to investigate, prosecute crime is compromised. But as lawyers, we talk right at the end, whether state capacity, whether intelligence capacity, whether prosecutorial capacity is there to make sure that this doesn't happen. You have the Auditor General, you have the financial services authorities, you have the Treasury, you've got the PFMA, you have a fleet of legislation that talks to what happens and what you're not supposed to do. And I guess the difficulty, and I haven't read the book, because it's very difficult to say, if you've got this sleuth of laws, why do people still do it? And if you look at King 4, for instance, it is now an outcome-based provisioning, that the 14 principles talk to the outcomes that we look for. And the first two principles talk about ethical conduct. You talked about leadership and ethical leadership. You talk about ethical, a culture of ethical behavior in organizations. And unless we're able to do that, to create an ethical atmosphere, it might be that we might say it's because we have leaders at the top that are rotten. But I think we ourselves sitting around here, around this auditorium, ought to say, what is our contribution? One, to the conversations. Two, to the behavior that is not ethical, no lawful. What is it as a society have we done? And how did we come to this point? Because I take the point that every one of us is to blame. Otherwise, we wouldn't be where we are. What is it that we did? We had a constitution in 1996 that was confirmed as a final constitution. So where did we move from there to where we are? And how do we need to move back to reoccupy the moral high ground, the moral and ethical space? What is it that we need to do?